So hello my friends, after a long time. Uh, it's been a long time I hadn't made any longer videos, and I think this is a good opportunity to do it now. As you can see, I'm in my virgin jungle, this beautiful place. The bananas I have planted myself, other plants. I have lived here for almost 5 years, although in the last 1 year I've been living and spending less time here than normally. My life also there had been changes in my life, and indeed so. And I wanted to share these things with you, what has been happening in my life, to let you know. So first of all, I know that many of you have been watching my videos for a long time, since many years, and you've seen my journey from even when I was a young 20 years old, 20 something years old man. I started this channel on YouTube in 2008, and you on this channel you can see me throughout the last 15 years or so, my change, my growth, my life. And I treasure you, people who have been watching me and who know me, who relate to me. Friend, I wish you the best, and I'm happy and privileged to have been a part of your life. As you know, I have been sharing myself, my life, my worldview over those many years that I have been sharing my videos online. Sometimes there were more, sometimes less. In the last years there had been significantly less, right? Less videos where I speak, where I talk about things, about my life. It's not the easiest thing for me to do. You know, in my heart I'm always like this hermit who sometimes it can be a bit difficult for me to express myself, to talk. I don't feel like talking, you know, and making these videos like I'm doing now. But I never have, actually, in my past either. I always did. I did those videos. And my channel, the way it started on YouTube, my videos, was because I felt like I have something to share. And like I cannot go away without sharing this, my different path, my different worldview, my different life as a yogi, as a hermit. You know, I wanted to share what it is, because I felt that this is a gift I can give, that this is something that can be important and valuable or inspiring to some other people. So I have been sharing, and I have been talking, and I have been making my videos, not because I like to speak to the people, no, because I felt I have to do this to share some value of my life and what I have been privileged and blessed, and I'm grateful to have lived my life so different than normal life, my life so full of transformations, of so many changes, so many wild adventures, so many intense life. And I can only be grateful that I and my spiritual path had led me to living such a extraordinary life. I have lived such an extraordinary life, and I continue living extraordinary life, and to share it with other people had been my privilege as well. So again, So I love being here in my virgin jungle. I love this place. This is an incredible place. It has incredible views. If I turn the camera around, you would see it's incredible place. It's very beautiful. It's deep in this virgin jungle. 2 hours of hike from the nearest village, climbing up the mountains to reach to this place where I have spent a lot of time over the last 5 years. And this place I have meditated a lot and done my intense sadhana, practicing every day, living like a hermit, completely alone, all of the time here. I would go back to the village, again walking, hiking for 2 hours or more to get some food supplies, more than some food supplies. I would get food supplies for 1 or 1.5 months, and I would come back here. So I would go and be with the people. I would go to see go to the village to buy food supplies every one time in 1 or 2 months. So does that qualify as a hermit? And I was practicing every day as intensely as I could, as long as I could. My goal was every day make 10 hours of sadhana, which is spiritual practice, which for me is yogic practices of breathing, powerful practices, breathing, mantras, meditation, asanas, postures, different types of meditation. And this is what I was doing basically the whole day. And I would eat just 1 time a day. I would be eating just 1 time a day to have more time and more energy to make my practices. And also you want to have your stomach more empty when you do certain yogic practices and kriyas, and where you pull your stomach in, or when you do breathing exercises. So I took it very intensely, and I lived intensely like 3 years or something like that. Like 3 years I have lived all of the time practicing every day, getting up at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning a.m., still night time. I would start my practice, and I would go for the whole day. And I felt that this is not gonna last forever. I knew that kind of intense, hardcore, spiritual hermit retreat wasn't gonna last forever. I knew that. So every day I was grateful, and in my prayers I would say, thank you, Lord, for giving me this opportunity, this gift of living such an intense yogic hermit lifestyle that I had for like 3 years, practicing like 10 hours every day. So that has been a lot of work done on my part, a lot of discipline, a lot of practice. However, this had been highly transformational for me, spiritually and consciously, empowering me. It had empowered me a lot. It had made me realize and understand myself a lot, this intense time as a hermit. And then things changed. Then Dolama Mantas, the hermit, real yogi, met a beautiful woman. So I have never told you that story. I should have, about how Dolama Mantas, the hermit, found himself in a relationship with a woman. How did that happen? That's a whole story in itself, and I don't want to make it too long, although I imagine some of you would be interested to know. If you're interested to know how I got to know Sol, write in the comments, and let's see, I'll make a video. But I've been with my beautiful Peruvian woman, Sol. Her name is Sol, which is like sun in Spanish language, and she also brought a lot of sun in my life. It is also interesting that the name that Shipibo shamans gave me the shamans of ayahuasca, of Shipibo tribe here in Peru. They have their own language. They speak in their own language among themselves. And I have lived with them for a short period of time. They gave me a name in their language, Varimatsa. They gave me this name with a lot of honor, Varimatsa, and I asked them what this means, what Varimatsa name, my Shipibo name, means. And they said it means shining sun. Shining sun. So they gave me the name of Shining Sun, which for me is very beautiful and special, because I feel strong connection with the sun, and even my son, I wanted to give him the name of Inti, which in Quechua language means sun. His mother wanted Kori, which means golden, and well, we named my first son Kori. But the name I wanted to give him was Inti, which also means sun. So in my life I have I have a lot of sun. and I met this sunny woman, Solange, that, of course, I find her to be a very beautiful, attractive, physically woman, very beautiful, gorgeous woman. But at the same time, what made us connect is much more than that. Basically, we know each other for a long time, from other lifetimes, so to say. And with her, from the beginning, when I got to know her, I could feel this. I could feel that, we know each other for a long time, and we have ways to understand each other, and this love, this connection, really profound. She's also a special woman in spiritual ways as well, although she is not practicing yoga, meditation like me, but she is also very intuitive and connected with the little witch in her, and she has intuitions and spirituality, which I find really special, and that can be also a gift to myself, because she's a shaman in her own way. That's what I want to say, and I could say much more about that, but since we met, we could feel this connection that goes, as I say, from many lifetimes, or at least the lifetimes that we had together. We had intense experiences, and which makes us understand each other pretty well, actually. and I love her, and I love her, and she loves me. So how did this happen? How did the hermit fall in love? I fell in love, yes. I fell in love. It was easy. It happened by itself. Of course, I could, as a hermit, say, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm not gonna think about her. I don't want any relationship. I'm gonna go back to my virgin jungle, and I'm not gonna think about her ever again. I could have done that, and of course I would start thinking about her, but then I would, with my discipline, try to not to think about her and let her go. I could have done that, of course I could have done that, and continued my hermit retreat, more years under my belt of intense spiritual practice, meditation, yoga, shamanism. But I felt when I got to know her, and I feel now that she helps me to get out into the world and give my gift, myself, to the world better. Because as for myself, I find it, I would continue living as a hermit, all by myself, all for myself, practicing and growing. And this is what I love, what I'm very passionate about, what is so profound. The spiritual work, the intense retreats and intense work, spiritual work that you do on yourself does bring results, does bring transformation, spiritual transformation of your consciousness. And this has happened to myself. These practices had empowered me so much. And of course, I feel passionate and interested to continue practicing as much as I can alone, continue this hermit lifestyle, life. But at the same time, I know that living this way, I know that I have my responsibility. Being in this world, being in this life, it's my responsibility also to give myself to the world, give my teaching, give my example, my inspiration, the best that I can to other people. And I feel it is my responsibility as well. And I want to do this also. And I can see that being in a relationship to this beautiful woman, Sol, she's a very social being, so she brings me to more social situations and also encourages me on that, on the path of me as a teacher, as a master, as someone who has to give his gift to the world. And this was a big reason why I decided that I will let this love flourish, and our relationship had started. Because I knew that it is actually more difficult for me to be with her, with a woman, and go and be again more with the world. But I knew that, or I felt that I have to do this because of this responsibility I feel in myself, that I have to give to the world, but also because I think I have a very beautiful opportunity of experiencing something really beautiful in life, which is love, which is really very pure love that is between us, me and her. Very deep love, and this experience is a gift in itself, and I value